So, wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on the channel and some of the changes that have been happening. And it's interesting to see because these are things that we have discussed, I think, quite possibly since the beginning of this channel, which is the evolution of business. And essentially, that's what we're doing right now. The business is evolving. And I think it's actually a good thing because you will notice that there will be less uploads on this channel. Potentially, maybe more shorts, but I'm up in the air on that one. But at the end of the day, this channel is ultimately going to more than likely fall into a maintenance mode, passive income generating marketing tool as it helps my business evolve. And the reason why I say it's a good thing is because it allows me more time and frees up more time to create the content and engage with other businesses and creators making and producing projects that have more of my heart in them, which is why this will end up being the marketing tool to connect with others who would be interested in engaging with myself and helping to promote their product, their business, their brand, their channel in a creative way. And it's funny because I watched a podcast today. It's kind of weird I say I watched a podcast, but either way, I ended up watching this podcast from the Editing Podcast. And thanks, Nate, Kara and Nate. Nate suggested their podcast as they were driving through the Australian outback. So I checked them out. And they had Ed from Film Booth. And there was a discussion about how, the growth and the evolution of video editors on YouTube, social media in general, and how over time they may want to then become the creator and put their editing skills to use for their own channels and their own projects, building their own business, their own brand, and making more money, theoretically. And I've seen it happen. Two that stand out to me are Alexander Nava and Luke Terry, but completely different circumstances behind how and why they ended up creating their own channels and creating their own content. But it's kind of funny. It's kind of weird because what most people don't know about me is that that's where I started as a editor, as a back end, behind the scenes manager, producer, creative. And when I saw the evolution of business present itself and a great opportunity, I took that opportunity to build this channel and make a lot of money by doing it. And so it's interesting to hear them talk as editors with the possibility of editors wanting to become creators, as I'm sitting here as a creator now, wanting to become an editor. But it's not so much just an editor, because editing, anybody can edit. Actually, in fact, AI can edit for you now. And you can provide AI with A-roll, B-roll, assets, this, that, and the other, instruction, and it can do the rest for you. But there's still a missing component there that AI doesn't have, and I don't think it ever really will. But that's besides the point. So either way, it's just interesting how I am now going to step back and go back to what I used to do. One of the many hats that I've worn and wear, and I prefer to do, is help other people grow their channels by using my skills and my knowledge and my experience and all my research and continuing education to help others just explode in growth and revenue and earnings and profit. So some of you may have already recognized this in other creators' content here recently. But with that being said, I am also going to do it for myself on other channels again. So that's why we're going to take a little bit of a break and step back from here. But with that being said, there are also greater opportunities in this evolution of business that I need to focus on, because it would not make sense to do anything otherwise. I would be missing out on a huge upside. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, let you know. But also, again, this is a marketing tool. I watch a lot of influential creators and entrepreneurs: Cody Sanchez, Alex Hormozi, Layla Hormozi, Patrick Bet-David, Graham Stephan, Film Booth. There's so many out there. Honestly, I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but essentially they are all working towards building more. Not just producing more and creating more, but building more and exponentially multiplying and expanding the return and payout from this platform and many other platforms, social media in general, which, interestingly enough, it was Jack Conte, CEO of Patreon, which, by the way, you should join us on Patreon. A lot of folks think Patreon, you have to pay for it, but there's a free option. And I have enabled a free option on our Patreon, patreon.com/Kevin247. There's a link in the description. There's a link on our homepage. There's a link in the About section. And I've enabled the free option so that anyone and everyone can engage with us in the chat. There's a group chat going there. So, additionally, there are paid tier memberships, which each tier gets increased benefits and perks. And it's also another way for you guys to support your creators or the creators that you guys enjoy watching and receiving this information or entertainment that we share with you. So I'm putting it out there to you. But it's far better than trying to engage in the comment section on a YouTube video or the community post section on a YouTube. Far better than Instagram, far better than Twitter, X, Threads, any of that. And it's free. Patreon's got a new app so far. It looks really, really good. I like it. So if you haven't, come on over. And it's me, Kevin, and Squirrel Tribe. So I would say come on. It's free. Like, there's no cost to it at all. So I'm just putting it out there. But the CEO of Patreon, Jack Conte, he's working on big things, and he says, YouTube is working to follow in the footsteps of TikTok. And it's essentially just destroyed the algorithm, and it is hiding content creators from subscribers who want to see and hear from creators by then inundating them with recommendations of content that they have no interest in. So it's funny how you said that, but I mean, it's true. It is. So at this point in time, if your primary goal is to only pump out content, I feel as though that is a dying business. And I'm going to go into greater detail a little bit later, because Michelle and I, we're going to do a little bit of a podcast ourselves and share this information about what I've noticed here recently. And and there's nothing against anybody who, what you want, what you prefer, what you gravitate towards, and draws your attention. But for me, here and now, I want to make sure that I deliver the information to those who are interested in learning how to improve and better themselves financially and mentally, personally, and business. And that's the goal. I may not necessarily really do too many tutorials or how-tos on here because honestly, there's a million of them. There really are. And I don't want to get super motivational either, but I do want to let you know that if you want someone to talk to, if you need someone to talk to, if you want to ask a question, if you want an answer, if you want to bounce an idea, if you want to get a real world opinion from someone who's actually done what you're interested in doing, then by all means, feel free to reach out to me. So I'm just putting that out there. And that's my goal here. Because the other thing that I picked up on the editing podcast was one of the hosts says, he goes, I went viral for all the wrong reasons. And there's just so many great stories that we can tell. But you guys know that I'm currently still continuing on pushing through and reshaping and redefining and rebranding this channel basically in YouTube's eyes and the algorithm's eyes as far as my audience channel niche. So, and we're seeing some progress. So I'm very pleased with that. But he said he went viral for all the wrong reasons. And Ed with Film Booth, he confirmed the same. He goes, the videos where I get the highest amount of views are the videos that interest the largest percentage of my audience because I've gone viral for the wrong reasons. But the videos that get the lowest amount of views typically produce the highest amount of conversions for people who are actually truly really interested in what I do and how I can take what I do to help them and their businesses. So here we are. So I'm going to continue down that path and continue to connect with those who understand, who hear me, who speak the same language or at least want to speak the same language, and focus more on quality over quantity. And this is a global change, okay? This is a global change for all of the channels that I'm in, literally. I have my hand in. And so that's the plan. It's a global change, quality over quantity. And on my other channels, there will be different feels, different vibes, different moods, okay? So I think it's going to be great for me. I think it's going to be great for you guys. I think it's going to be a really good thing because it will ultimately allow the right videos to reach the right people. I hope. We'll see. Everybody's views are kind of down recently, and it's not really the creator's fault. It's YouTube and how they've changed everything. Even though they won't admit that they've changed it, they have, and they continue to change it. And there's also a huge warning sign and red flag indicator of what they're changing, that if people don't move away from soon, their channels are going to die. Their channels are going to get demonetized, or their channels are going to get deleted. So I came across a story this morning of a channel. There's a 3D printing channel that got demonetized and then deleted off the platform. So it was a really strange turn of events because it was demonetized. It was then manually approved through an appeal and granted monetization, and then they deleted the channel. So be that as it may, it was creating content that the platform wasn't in agreement with and decided to delete it. So, and most of that stuff really isn't beneficial. to the masses anyway. So again, like I said, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but the writing's on the wall. And this is what I do, which is analyze the numbers, analyze the data, look at all the channels that I have access to on their back end to really connect the dots and see, okay, where is this going? Where is this evolution going? Just like I was behind the scenes years ago and saw the evolution of the business creating an opportunity for me to step in front of the camera and capitalize on that. I am seeing now, okay, we have another switch, we have another change. Okay, where do I go from here? How do I pivot? So that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do. Besides that, I gotta run because it's 2:35, and we need to capture a few clips to finalize another video that we're working on. So we're gonna try to find the best location for these clips, finish up our edit, and get them set up, get them prepared. If you're interested, there will be premieres happening on Monday, or a premiere happening on Monday and a live stream on Monday. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. But this is part of what I do. This is part of the strategy. This is part of utilizing all the available tools that YouTube is providing to us to maximize our effectiveness. And if you would like to do the same, if your channel you would like some assistance with, or at least someone to talk to about it, or some mentoring or some coaching, then by all means, again, hit me up on Patreon. But we're gonna get our clips, we're gonna get our B-roll, we're gonna get our edits done, and I don't really look at it as like editing, because I don't know. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's just like I define it as like the creative and just reinforcing the story. But we're going to do that. We're probably going to grab a snack, and then we are going to more than likely meet up with some friends for the evening and record our podcast to bring to you possibly tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. I think this is going to be my only video for today over here. So that's the plan. Get my video done. I'll have it ready for tomorrow. If you guys want to know more, if you want to engage in the chat, like I said, come on over to Patreon. If you want to support the channel, then by all means, feel free. Smash the like button, subscribe. Links in the description to buy me a coffee, or if you want to become a channel member or super thanks or whatever it may be. Much appreciated. Thanks in advance. And until next time, you guys take care. I'll see you soon.